Going on YouTube? Here we are in a room that you guys probably have never seen in my house, my garage. Got my Mustang here. It's a 2003 that I bought brand new back in 2003. I only got 30,000 miles on it, something like that. I never really drive it. But anyway, the reason we're in the garage today, I ran a garden hose so I could actually wash the car. And my house is PEX piping, so that's why you see the white pipe. Anyway, here's some of my planes hanging on the wall. But that's not really the reason for the video. The reason for the video is in order to get the PEX pipe out of the ceiling, I had to cut a hole. And obviously to run the PEX pipe, it had to come between two beams. So now to fix that hole, I don't know if anybody's ever had this problem, how to patch drywall in between beams. Basically what you can do is take a little piece of wood, screw it in, obviously longer than the length of the hole. In this case, I already have obviously the square that I cut out. But if it was, let's say, a punch hole or a doorknob hole, you could just square that hole off, measure it out, put a piece of wood smaller inside, tuck it, and tuck it back. Put two screws on it like I've done there. Put your patch in, put one screw in the middle, and then obviously when you're done, you're going to want to take some spackling paste and just clean it up. But in order to do that, I had to take a bunch of planes out of the way. That's where my P47 would hang. That's where my Super Cub would hang. My Ryan STA, my Cessna 182 is up there. My F-14 Tomcat is over there. I had to take actually all the planes out. I had to take my Hyperbipe out. I had to take the Hellcat out. I had to take the CH-20 out. I had to take my DC-3 out, the Hawker Hurricane, and the SK-450, as well as basically putting as much stuff as I could get as close to my car without obviously touching it. Usually the garage is much more organized than that, obviously, even though the car has very few miles on it. I do have it so I can take it out whenever I want. And if you guys are wondering what this black, black mat is, it's a car capsule. Basically what I do is in the winter time, before the end of the season, wash the car, put the cover on it, and then I inflate that, and every 90 seconds it continuously supplies a fresh supply of air so the car stays fresh and doesn't get any sort of funky smells to it. And in all honesty, it smells brand new on the inside. The only thing that I've done to it that you could tell other than stock is the obviously cold air intake and chrome. But I've done a bunch of work to the car. I've done headers, full exhaust, computer. The intake plenum is bored out, and I put the stock one back on, but had it bored out because I went with a Mac plenum, and it ran into a bit of a problem. But anyway, that's not really the story. That'll be for another day. But really, the whole point of the story is obviously I ran the hose, PEX pipe, and in order to get it out of the ceiling, I had to cut a hole. So again, just run a piece of wood, square off your hole, measure your drywall, put one screw in, spackle it up with some spackling paste, sand it down. I mean, in this case, it's my garage, so I don't necessarily have to sand it down. When the builder built my house, obviously he was a little spackle happy in this part of the garage. But you know what? It's a garage, and as far as the hose is concerned, it works out perfect. Used shark bite piping to run that. So basically, all I had to do was go up to my manifold upstairs in my utility room, and I got a shark bite coupler, 1/2-inch shark bite coupler, 1/2-inch shark bite line, and then down at the end over there is another 1/2-inch shark bite 90 degree, and it has a 1/2-inch female thread on it. Got a male to male female brass coupler, and then just put a regular spigot valve out there. And then over in that corner on the other side of the car, which you can't see, is my garden hose, which I guess I'll have to move to this side. So anyway, this is definitely going to be a better setup than throwing it out the roof of my house, which is what I used to have to do. I used to have to throw it out the second floor window, but alright guys, let me get this job done. See you on the tube.